You've probably seen it online or out on the highway, a sleek sports car speeding past, and you immediately assume the driver must be rich. But a fancy car doesn't actually guarantee wealth. In fact, many of the people flexing expensive toys are drowning in debt. They live paycheck to paycheck, exactly like the average person. Their paychecks just happen to be bigger. This animation illustrates the difference. Income on one side is simply the money you spend to maintain a lifestyle. On the other side is your actual net worth, the total value of assets you own, minus everything you owe. When people rely only on their salary, they easily fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation. You make a little more money, so you buy a bigger house or a nicer car. Your expenses constantly expand to match every single pay raise you get. If you measure your financial success strictly by how much you earn and spend, you guarantee that you will never build actual wealth. You get trapped in a cycle of paying to look rich rather than actually being rich. Take a look at this chart representing the American wealth ladder. The median net worth sits around $193,000. At this tier, families operate in financial survival mode. Moving up, the top 25% requires $659,000, providing breathing room and insulating from minor shocks. But this level is also where most people hit a wall. We call it the plateau. Millions of middle-class earners park themselves right here and never move any higher up the ladder. The reason they stall is that the tools used to escape the bottom 50%, like aggressively clipping coupons and saving a small piece of your paycheck, are completely incapable of pushing you into the highest tiers of wealth. You need a different approach entirely. This updated chart shows why breaking into the top 10% requires roughly $1.9 million. The massive gap requires pivoting from saving salary to acquiring appreciating assets, building multiple passive income streams, and using strategic tax optimization. You don't reach the top 10% by working longer hours for a larger salary. You get there by forcing your accumulated capital to work independently. The top 5% requires at least $3.8 million, while joining the top 1% takes a staggering $11.6 million. At these elite levels, annual salary becomes irrelevant. They create automated wealth-generating systems, owning businesses that produce cash flow for generational legacy. True elite wealth completely detaches a person's time from their financial output. Their money multiplies on its own, faster than they could ever spend it. Interestingly, the day-to-day lifestyle difference between someone worth $2 million and someone worth $20 million is surprisingly subtle. Both families live in nice homes, drive luxury cars, and take expensive vacations. The real difference is entirely psychological. For the middle class, money is a tool for survival. For the wealthy, it provides options. But at the highest tiers, money transitions into pure abstraction. It stops being about purchasing power and becomes a mechanism for building influence and making an impact. Here is a chart that proves how your mindset outweighs your income. We are looking at two identical career paths. Two people earn the exact same $100,000 salary for their entire careers. Yet one person retires with $300,000, while the other curves upward to retire with over $3 million. That $2.7 million difference comes entirely from compound growth, which is when investment returns start earning their own returns. The successful individual used disciplined asset allocation and completely avoided the trap of lifestyle inflation. Your ultimate financial destination is dictated by your behavioral discipline and your investment mindset, not the size of your paycheck. To make real progress, you have to accurately identify your current position on the wealth ladder. Once you know where you stand, you can adopt the specific financial strategy designed for that exact level. But you have to be careful not to jump ahead. If you try to use complex, alternative investment strategies before you've built a solid foundation of emergency savings, your plan will fail. Stop chasing the appearance of wealth to impress other people. Focus instead on locking in a solid foundation of real, self-sustaining net worth.